hole in the cloud.
The picture clearly shows a structured craft that doesn't conform to any configuration known to man. So this is a game changer.
Although some authorities have suggested the photos are faked, UFO investigators passionately disagree.
You don't take pictures of nothing. You don't take pictures of the sky for no reason. What would be in the sky besides that object? And if you look at the photos, there's just this weird disc-shaped object high up in the sky, and that's obviously the focus of the photographer's attention. So I don't think in any way, shape, or form are those photographs fake.
Multiple photos, taken from multiple angles, taken by multiple people. Were they all in on faking them? Impossible, say researchers. Yet despite the evidence, after a 9-month inquiry, the FAA concludes the sighting is caused by a weather phenomenon, and no further investigation.
Made in a cloud could be due to the weather phenomenon. And he said the weather conditions were not right for this to happen. The FAA has been sweeping the idea of UFOs under the carpet since 1952 and maybe before that.
People might think, wouldn't it be easier for the government to simply turn around and say, we don't know what these things are, rather than to try and dismiss it all as mirages? Well, it doesn't work like that. No government likes to say, we don't know. Because, of course, government and the military needs to project power and authority. You don't do that by saying, we don't know.
After reporter John Ilkovich in the Chicago Tribune newspaper filed a Freedom of Information Act request, the FAA orders an internal review of air traffic communications tapes. And what they discover proved shocking. For the first time on national television, a transcript of a phone call between a United Airlines controller and an FAA manager in the airport tower. The participants in the conversation, recorded at the time the UFO was sighted, speaks about a flying disc out by C-17, that a pilot in the ramp area had seen the disc above them, that the United Airlines controller called it a UFO, and that the pilot had taken a picture of it. Knowledge of the UFO event, long denied by both the FAA and United Airlines, is overwhelming. Together with multiple eyewitnesses and numerous photos, the evidence confirms for researchers the credibility of the UFO event at Chicago O'Hare Airport.
There's no other word for this. They lied to the public. They initially said, we have no records of anything. Not true, they did. They said, there doesn't seem to be any evidence of anything unusual that happened at the airport at that time. And that all turned out to be completely untrue.
A very thick cloud layer that day, the craft was hovering below it, but then when it streaked away, it burst through the cloud. This thing created this big donut hole vacuum, indicating a tremendous energy force.
Why, in this modern day, would people cover this sort of thing up? One obvious answer to that question is air safety. This is one of the most heavily flown piece of airspace in the entire world. The idea that some unidentified craft should just come through this, well, that's an air safety issue.
More to the point, researchers wonder, why did the FAA act in direct contradiction to their mandate to investigate security breaches at American airports?
What's amazing about it is you've got these incredible fundamentals of the case. You've got very consistent witness testimony. You have a definite heavy-handed censorship that originally was imposed over this, but that censorship was broke and the story got out. So it's a heck of a case. And then you have to ask yourself, what was this thing?
Every time we have sightings from pilots or military personnel, or even when it's filmed, we seem to get this debuffing from the government as if they're trying to dismiss the whole thing. Are they trying to cover something up? Or are they trying to cover up the fact that they might not have the depth of knowledge that is needed to truly understand the phenomenon?
as in a spectacular sighting in the airspace above Puerto Rico, a case where the government never gets the chance to control the evidence. Coming up.
Presumably someone connected with this video thought, we're gonna get this out.
It looks like it is rapidly tumbling. It loses altitude very quickly, and it's really fascinating.
American government often refuses to admit there have been countless sightings of UFOs in America, yet the evidence continues to grow. Take, for example, an incredible event that occurs 1,000 miles southeast of Miami, Florida, on the island of Puerto Rico. On April 26, 2013, at 9:20 p.m., at the Rafael Hernandez International Airport.
The federal agents involved in this incident said they leaked the video because the US government seemed to have no intention of disclosing this incident. But here it was in the controlled airspace around the airport, without permission and tracked on radar. They felt that whatever it was, people had a right to know.
And it seems the federal agents in question may have been aboard a Department of Homeland Security DHC-8 maritime aircraft.
We have this maritime patrol craft that is loaded with sophisticated surveillance equipment. The sort of camera that you would use to try to detect and stop illegal drug trafficking.
And as the aircraft takes off for a routine patrol, the crew sees something highly unusual. Immediately, they switch on the infrared camera. And what they record proves to be perhaps the most shocking evidence of an incredible UFO, the likes of which the world has never seen. The object is tracked visually by the captain of the aircraft and by a control tower operator who claims the UFO has a strange red light. Bob Spearing, field investigator and visual analysis expert for the Mutual UFO Network, studied the case.
What's incredibly intriguing about this video footage is that the object is in restricted airspace. It is flying at 80 miles an hour, tumbling as it's going. It behaves in a way that is not logical or has any known flight characteristics of conventional aircraft.
At first, the UFO appears as a forward flying horseshoe, then changes its configuration to a more spherical shape.
It's an odd shape, doesn't seem to be aerodynamic in any way, shape, or form, yet it is speeding along without any sort of difficulty. It continues at 80 miles an hour over populated areas. At one point, it can be seen flying over a highway in Puerto Rico.
It looks like it is rapidly tumbling. It loses altitude very quickly, and it's really fascinating.
What we're looking at here is the object over water now. You can see the waves and the beach. It's about to go under the water.
And this is the most crazy sounding thing of all. It flies into the ocean.
It submerged for several seconds and then emerges again out of the water.
Wow, that's insane. That's insane, bro.
It splits into two identical objects. There's nothing known that can separate into two separate objects
I
without
agree.
losing velocity.
I agree.
You know, maybe it's a possibility that we have a drone that can go in and out of water, but a drone that breaks in two,
There's no way
that
we.
seems pretty unlikely.
That is unlikely.
My
There's no
conclusion
way.
is that this is truly an unknown object.
That is an unknown
It reflects
object.
The military, they did not want to answer FOIA requests for this video. There is nothing normal about this sighting.
In August 2015, investigators from the Scientific Coalition of Ufology, a group with diverse backgrounds in science and technology, released a report about the Puerto Rico incident. It concludes that the UFO is in fact an unknown object. There is no explanation for its ability to split into two equally sized objects as the original, and it displayed properties unexplainable within our current understanding of physics. But it stops short of claiming the video is of an alien spacecraft.
Taken collectively, we have a really compelling case here. We don't just have the eyewitness testimony from these expert trained observers, but we have the film, and of course, we have the fact that this was tracked on radar.
It definitely is not technology that the United States or anybody in the world possesses at this point in time. So that implies, obviously, that there is some sort of otherworldly origin to this stuff. It's really rare to see any kind of footage of alleged UFOs and be able to say with a lot of absolute clarity that that's something strange and is completely unexplainable, but that's exactly how I would describe this object.
If this UFO is in fact an extraterrestrial spacecraft, Might there be additional evidence of alien visitation that the military has covered up? The truth may be found in the most recent astonishing admission by the Pentagon. Coming up.
When an experienced military pilot says that what he's witnessing is not of this world, then you have to take that seriously.
Yeah. I have to admit, I didn't know what that thing was either. I don't know what that thing was, bro. I know it was nothing the U.S. military makes. It was not anything the U.S. military makes, I know that. It's definitely not anything the U.S. military makes. No, man, that wasn't no helicopter, man. That wasn't no helicopter, man. That wasn't no private plane, man. What was on that infrared video, man? That wasn't no fucking private plane. Bro, that wasn't no fucking private plane, man. I'm telling you, that wasn't no motherfucking private plane. It was flying way too fast to be a private plane or private jet. It was like flying way too fast. It was flying like way too fast. It was flying way too fast. It was flying, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, bro. It was flying like way too motherfucking fast. It was flying way too motherfucking fast to be a motherfucking private plane or private jet. It was flying like way too motherfucking fast to be a private plane or private jet. It was like nothing like I had ever seen. I'm telling you, bro. That wasn't no fucking private plane. And that definitely wasn't no corporate jet. What was in that infrared video? I'm telling you. That wasn't no fucking spacecraft. That wasn't no fucking spacecraft, bro. That wasn't no U.S. military aircraft. And that definitely wasn't no civilian no commercial aircraft. And that definitely wasn't no corporate jet, I know that. And it definitely wasn't no fucking four-seater aircraft. I know that. So, and it definitely wasn't a UAV drone, I know that. Definitely wasn't no motherfucking UAV drone. It was flying way too fast to be a UAV drone. It was flying way too motherfucking fast to be a UAV drone. Like, it was flying, yeah, it was, I could tell it was flying way too fast to be a UAV drone. And I could tell it was flying way too fast to be like a motherfucking commercial aircraft. I could tell it was also flying like way too motherfucking fast to be a commercial jet. I can tell it was like flying way too fast to be a motherfucking commercial jet. See, look, like that right there. That wasn't no, that what was caught on that Department of Homeland Security aircraft in Puerto Rico, like what was caught in that surveillance footage on that Department of Homeland Security aircraft. That wasn't no motherfucking drone, I know that. And that whatever was caught on that Department of Homeland Security aircraft whatever that is, whatever was caught on that Department of Homeland, that Customs and Border Protection aircraft, also wasn't no fucking 4-seater aircraft. I know that. It was flying way too fast to be a fucking 4-seater aircraft. And the fact that it went into the water and then split into 2 identical craft, no fucking 4-seater aircraft, no fucking 4-seater aircraft has that kind of flight capability. And see, like that, it's like that right there. That ain't no motherfucking 4-seater aircraft. And that definitely ain't no motherfucking UAV drone. I know that. What's on that infrared camera right there? What's on that fighter jet infrared camera right there? That wasn't no fucking UAV drone, I know that. And that wasn't no fucking 4-seater aircraft. And that definitely wasn't no fucking float plane. It's flying way too fast to be a float plane. And it was flying way too fast to be a motherfucking UAV drone. So the only thing I can say for a fact is that whatever that is, what's on that computer screen, whatever that is, that's something not made by man, not made by humans. That's something not made by them. That's not something. See that right there. That's not made by something. That's not made by people. I think what I can tell, it's definitely made by aliens. See that? That's no UAV drone. That's no UAV drone, and it's definitely no 4-seater aircraft.
Are you taking this?
Yeah, I want to get proof that UFOs exist. And I want my YouTube subscribers to know that UFOs exist.
Right.
Yeah, I want people to stop being so ignorant. I want my YouTube subscribers to know. I want my YouTube subscribers to know that UFOs are out there, and that UFOs are out there. See that? Did you see that silver, that shiny object right there? That was no motherfucking UAV drone. See that silver object right there? That ain't no UAV drone, bro. That's definitely no submarine. It's definitely no submarine either. What kind of fucking submarine floats above the water? Yeah, what kind of submarine hovers above the water like that? Yeah, what kind of submarine hovers above the water? No submersible developed by man, developed by any NATO country or any world military hovers above the water like that and does it at those speeds. The only thing I can tell you is that whatever that was something extraterrestrial. And that much I know. Yeah.